Hi guys, welcome to this week's 15 minutes of fitness on this lovely sunny evening. If you're new to the channel, the idea behind this channel is I do a 15-minute workout for you every week. The idea is you come back and do that workout as many times during the week as you can. At the end of the week I'll do a new video for you with some new ideas, and then you can work it through every week. So this week's workout, we're going to do 30 seconds of each exercise with a 15-second recovery between each, and we're going to do 5 exercises. Now tonight's exercises are going to be a squat, we're going to do some shadow boxing, we're going to do a little bit of skipping, we're going to do some plank jacks, which is a little bit like a straight arm plank but with your legs kicking out and back, and we're also going to just do some conventional sit-ups. Now as usual with each exercise I'm going to give you an easier and a harder version of each, some with a little bit less impact, some with a little bit more impact, so you can change the intensity depending on how you feel and how your fitness is, and also if you're having any injuries, to keep the pressure on the joints a little bit lower. So let's start the workout. It's going to be 15 minutes as usual, so let's start the clock. So the first exercise we're going to perform is a squat. It's a workout, an exercise we've done in the workouts before. This is where we're going to squat our bums down and lift our chest back up. So first one, ready, and off we go. So we push our arms forward, we squat our hips back, and we repeat. The usual thing with this one is we keep the feet about shoulder width apart. As we squat down, we keep our chest nice and tall, so we're always looking forward. From the side on angle, the chest is up. As you can see, our head is looking forwards, and as I push back, I'm pushing my back as if my bum back as if it's going to go back onto a chair behind me. So keep that going. 5 seconds to go. Only 30 seconds in this workout, so all quite short. And we're done. First one. Okay, so exercise 2. It's going to be a shadow box. We're going to keep the knees nice and soft for this one, arms up at chest height, and what we're going to do is alternate between the arms, punching about head or chest height. So first one, and off we go. So we're just going to push the arms out in front. As you can see, my knees are slightly soft, and as I'm punching with the arms, my hips are getting a little bit of rotation. Again, the chest is up. With this one, the faster you take the arms, obviously the harder the workout is. First couple of exercises we're going to take a little bit easier. It is 4 rounds of these, so you start off a little bit easier just to warm the shoulders up, get the heart rate up slowly, but all we're trying to do is keep a nice steady flow however fast we're going. Last little bit, and that's that one done. Again, only 30 seconds, nice and short, but the recoveries are short as well, only 15 seconds between each one. Next one, we're going to do some skipping. So this is going to be, pretending we've got a skipping rope in our hands, nice light hops, not too high off the floor. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So hands are down by the side. You can see the impact is quite low. The feet are only coming just an inch or so off the floor, and we're just shifting weight from foot to foot. Again, for the first round, keep it a little bit lighter. You can take the pace up if you want to, but try not to take the impact too high in the first round. As the rounds go on, we'll take the knees a little bit higher so we can make the intensity a little bit harder if you want to put a little bit more impact in and make the workout a little bit tougher. So again, last one, and done. Right, so back down, or going down to the floor now, we're going to go into a plank jack. So quick explanation, arms are down, body is out behind us. That is our straight arm plank position. So we have a harder intensity where the legs jump out, or we step the feet out and back. So off we go. So with the easier version, we take one foot out, other foot out, back in, back in. As we do so, the head is looking forward, the hands a bit like a press-up position, core is nice and tight, you can see my body straight, and back and forth. Now if we want to make it harder, we do a little hop out and back, like a jumping jack. Now, whichever version you do, the faster you go, obviously the harder the exercise becomes. If you want to do it in the low impact version, but you want to do it a little bit faster, then obviously keep the speed a little bit faster as you go. Okay, that's that one done. Okay, now we're going to flip ourselves over into a sit-up position. So we're going to turn ourselves onto our back. Now if you're at home, it might be worth putting some sort of mat down on this one. I'm on the grass, so it's not too bad. So knees are bent, hands behind the head, core nice and tight, and off we go. Now this one, we're just going to do a small crunch, lifting up and down. The back is nice and flat to the floor, tummy is nice and tight, and you can see I'm not lifting up from my hips. I'm not trying to do anything too vigorous. It's just about keeping ourselves in a nice small movement, and if we do so, we'll feel this in our abdominals and feel the core starting to warm up. This is coming towards the end of the first round, end of the 5th exercise. Last one, and done. Okay, so back onto our feet. So now we're going back to the squat. So now we're a little bit more warmed up. If you want to take the pace up a little bit, you can do. And if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can drop a little bit lower into the squat. So from the opposite side, we're going to start with our hands in front. We drop our bum down and push back up. And like I said, the faster you do the squat, the harder the exercise is. It's only 30 seconds. So in this workout, you can definitely afford to go a little bit faster if you're feeling a little bit fitter after these first few weeks. If you feel you can't go as low, just reduce the range of movement. But the same thing, you keep the pace up. Still see I'm pushing my hips back, chest is lifted up, arms in front for a little bit of balance. We're nearly there, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax, good. So back onto shadow boxing. So from the side again, like I said, there's a little bit of rotation. The faster the arms are going, the harder the workout is. If you get the speed up in the arms, definitely feel your heart rate is going up. So bend the knees, soften, and ready, and off we go. So the arms are out in front. As you can see, I'm punching towards chest height, maybe a little bit higher if you want to. If you want to change the angles a little bit, you can punch a little bit lower, you can punch a little bit higher. If you have any shoulder issues at all, definitely keep the hands below shoulder height. See from the side, my knees are soft. My hips are definitely rotating as we're punching, nice and fast to keep the intensity up. Second round, you shouldn't be feeling too bad. So we can keep working nice and hard. Last punch. And done. Okay, so next one was the skipping. So skipping from foot to foot, pretending we've got that skipping rope. Now, with this one, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can start to take the knees up a little bit higher, or you can just go a little bit quicker from foot to foot. So, 30 seconds only, ready? Off we go. So, side to side. The faster you go, the harder it is. Again, you're pretending that you've got that skipping rope in your hand, whipping the rope around. With skipping, the idea is you're not jumping high, you're just getting the speed of the rope going nice and fast. Now, like I said, if you want to take the intensity up a little bit, keep the knees a little bit higher, a bit like running on the spot. You can see the knees aren't lifting too high. If you want to make it harder again, lift them a little bit higher to get the heart rate right up. 5 seconds left. And done. Good. Right, back down to the floor, into the plank down. Opposite side this time. So hands down. Head again is forward of the hands in that press up type position. Core nice and tight. Easier version. Off we go. Foot goes out, foot goes back in. So left, right, left, right. The harder version, if you've got it, is out and back. Out and back. The feet aren't lifting high off the floor. And as you can see, I'm not kicking my bum up. I'm keeping my weight forwards and my hips nice and low. Keep that rhythm going. If it gets tough, you just slow the pace down, but the technique stays the same. If you keep the impact lower, just go with the walking version. But again, you can keep the pace up to make it a bit harder. Good stuff, right. Sit-ups. So we're back onto our back now. First one we did was just knees bent, feet flat on the floor. If you want to make it a little bit harder, take the knees up nice and high, knees above hips, and off we go. So, nice controlled movement again. Now the idea is this movement is exactly the same as what we did in the first round, but we're taking the knees up a little bit higher. We're now just making it a little bit tougher because the knees, or the abdominals are stabilizing the knees, keeping the nut back nice and flat. Keep the knees in a bit closer to the chest if you need to. Otherwise, keep that going. It's only 30 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Nearly there. And rest, well done. So that's round 2, halfway there. 2 rounds down, 2 rounds to go. Now you should feel your heart rate is up, feel your breathing rate is up, you can hear it as I'm talking. Squats again. So side on, chest up, arms in front, we squat down, we push back up. You can notice as I'm doing the exercise, I'm pushing my bottom back. Like I said, there's our imaginary chair behind us. That way then, if you don't get that quite right and the weight goes forwards and the knees shoot forward, you get a lot of pressure on the knees. So we just push the weight into the heels and we keep pushing back. The chest is always up, you're always looking forwards, and that way then, it doesn't mean you lean forwards too much and changes the angle and puts any pressure on your back. Speeding up to making it harder, and rest there, well done. So back to the shadow boxing. Same thing, nothing too hard on this one, quite a simple exercise. Knees bent, rotating, faster you go, the harder it is. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, hands up, off we go. So again, chest height to start with, punching nice and quick. See my shoulders rotating. I'm trying to look up as I do so. My hips are starting to move. Try not to lock the knees out so you're not twisting too much from the knees. So my knees are bent slightly. My abdominals are nice and tight. But again, you're keeping the pace nice and fast. Now, take the hands a little bit higher if you can. Get your shoulders working a little bit harder. Nearly that. 5 seconds. Good stuff, and done, well done. Exercise 3 was the skipping. So you've got the low version, or you've got the high version, you've got slower and you've got faster. Choose the one which you know can do. If you're starting to struggle a little bit, slow it down a little bit. So, ready? And off we go. So starting off nice and soft, and then if you want to take it harder, and you feel you can do, keep the knees up a little bit, keep the speed up, and keep that going. Again, from the side, see my chest is up, my hands are down by my side. I'm not lifting the toes that high off the floor, but we're keeping the speed as fast as I can. 10 seconds left. This is good, keep it going. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and down, well done. So back down to the floor, 2 exercises, plank jack. So let's keep the pace up a little bit on this one. So again, hands down, chest forwards, keeping a nice rhythm. I'll try and do the harder version all the way through to show you how hard it actually is. So off we go. So core tight, we go out and back, out and back. Hopefully, if I'm demonstrating properly, my hips aren't rising too high. My hips are nice and flat from my shoulders down to my bum and heels. And we've just got a nice core position. The speed, again, you can't do it too fast because you will lose technique, but it's all about rhythm with this exercise. Take it down a notch if you need to, otherwise keep that going. Last couple. And done, well done. Okay, exercise 5. So we're back onto our backs. So we've got a couple of options. We've either got our feet on the floor or knees up. The movement itself is exactly the same for both, so hands supporting the head, and off we go. Now notice, as I'm doing this, my back is nice and flat to the floor. If I'm here, or if I'm here. I'm trying not to take my feet forwards and arch my lower back, so bring the knees in a little bit if you need to. My hands are cupping the back of my head. My chin is slightly tucked into my chin, but you're pulling from your abdominals. Try not to pull from your hips. You're using your abdominals to lift up and down. That's why I said about using a mat to start with. Just keep your lower back a little bit protected if you're on the floor. Nearly that. Well done. So, 5 exercises to go. Squats, boxing, skipping, plank, and sit-ups. And that's your 15 minutes done for today. So, squats again. Last round. Off we go. So we squat and push. Squat and push. Now, if you're feeling good, let's take the pace up to suit your fitness. If you're starting to struggle, slow the pace down. Remember, I've already given you the option to reduce the range of movement if you can't squat low, but the push back with the hips is still key all the way through. Now, keep that going. Hands in front as you go down. Chest still lifted. Nice fast rhythm on this one. Got 5 seconds to go. Nearly there. And done. Perfect. So that's the squats done for today. Shadow boxing next. Again, let's keep a good fast pace up. As you tire, slow it down, but start nice and fast. So feet nice and wide, knees bent, arms up, and off we go. There's the bell. So off we go. Pushing it chest tight, head up as I'm looking forwards, core is tight, hips are rotating, and off we go. Now keep that going. Now again, if you want to change the height for a bit of variation, higher, lower, but whatever you do, keep it going. In terms of the elbows, I haven't said this yet, but the elbows aren't quite locking. There's a slight bend in the elbows as I push out, so they're not completely locking shut. If you do so, it won't matter a few times, but try not to do that all the way through. Whew, nearly missed the bell. So, skipping, exercise 3. Hands down by your side, either with the soft jump or with the high jump. 3 seconds to go. Ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So again, starting with the harder version. Very much like running on the spot. If you want to keep it lower, keep it side to side. But you can see that's a very, very minimal jump, very minimal hop. So the pressure on the joints should be quite low. So if you don't like the bounce, don't like the pressure on your knees, keep it soft. Otherwise, keep going. 10 seconds to go. Last time on this one. Nearly there. Wait for the bell. And done. Good. Right, plank jacks and sit-ups to finish. Same thing as I said in the last round. Hands down, lean forwards, kick out and back. This time I'll demonstrate both just to remind you. The head is forward throughout. Core nice and tight, we lift. And we'll start with the easy one if we need to. So we go left foot out, left foot back, right foot back. Left, right, left, right. Core is tight, still leaning forwards. If you want to go harder on this round, you can. Again, the impact's not very high. Just watch your back on this one. So the abdominals have to be pulled in tight all the way through. Again, I'm not losing my position. I'm keeping forwards all the way through. But we're nearly there. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, last one. Sit-ups. Feet on the floor or knees up in the air, whichever you choose. Nice high reps. Starting on the belt. Ready, and off we go. So we crunch and back. Keep a good rhythm. 30 seconds. We should be doing on this one somewhere around 15 reps. If you've got a good rhythm, you're going to get just above that. If your core's obviously tiring, it's going to be a little bit lower. This is the last exercise of today, the 20th set, the 15th minute. Just checking the buzzer, 5 seconds left. Last couple of reps. And relax. Well done. So 15 minutes done for today. 5 exercises, 4 times through, 30 seconds of each exercise. I've given you an easier and a harder, a more low impact and a high impact version of each exercise. As you do the week, obviously as you feel fitter and feel stronger, try to take the intensity up if you can, take the speed up and things if you can. Now after this workout, click on the link below or go down to the description and go to the link for the stretch video. There's a 5-minute video there which shows you how to stretch off. If you can't stretch off after every workout, then try to stretch off at some point during the day. It doesn't have to be attached to the workout itself, but if you can do it sometime in the evening, the normal tip I give is if you stretch during the evening when you're watching TV, something most of us do every evening, so it's quite a simple thing to do. If we're sat on a sofa, we can be sat on the floor, we can stretch off, takes 5 minutes, no major effort, and then we don't have to add it to the workouts that we do when we're training every day. Thanks very much guys for today. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up, add any comments in the description and comments below. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and please pass on the information to anyone else who you think might benefit from watching these videos. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers guys.